We move now to big idea number 3, growing Kansas City medical research from discovery to cure.
You know, if you think about translational medicine, though, it's bench to bedside. What translational research, translational medicine does is really help us figure out what works. So that's the focus of our initiative. Along with education, life sciences is the key to our future in Kansas City. Peter Drucker, the last book he wrote before he died, said by 2020, education and healthcare will be 40% of our GDP. We're on our way to get there right now. We want Kansas City to absolutely be at the forefront.
I am here to formally award the University of Kansas Cancer Center with the prestigious designation as a National Cancer Institute Cancer Center.
It means that many Kansans and their families who have faced frightening diagnoses, trying treatments, will no longer have to seek cures all the way down to Texas or up to Minnesota.
You look at the statistics, a better survival rate for patients who are seen at NCI-designated cancer centers. It means that people in the region don't have to leave the region.
We know that companies will come here to test their products. It can build a whole service center operation, and KU will be eligible for millions of dollars of additional grants.
In terms of patient care, in terms of the benefit to the region, in terms of the reputation of the hospital and the university and so on, this is good news.
One of the big goals, of course, of this effort was to see National Cancer Institute designation for the University of Kansas Medical Center. And you could say now mission accomplished, right?
Done, and a lot more to come.
Joining us now is the champion of the Chamber's Medical Research Initiative, Patrick James, Senior Managing Director at Quest Diagnostics here in the region and the chair of the Kansas City Life Science Institute. Dr. James, thank you so much for being with us. So mission accomplished, done, but lots more to come.
One part of the mission, right? Yeah.
Okay, one part of the mission, and that was a huge part of it.
Yes.
So what's left to be done on this part of the Big Five effort, Dr. James?
Well, Nick, when we talked about, first of all, life sciences in this region has been ongoing in a big way, really since the late 90s when the Stowers family really created their institute, made us realize we could get world-class people here in Kansas City to do world-class science. That changed the game. That elevated everyone's boat. In early December, the Brookings Institution helped us convene a life sciences forum. So we're doing a civic collaborative with St. Louis, Omaha, and Des Moines. So we convened their science leaders, some very impressive science leaders, by the way, and we kind of talked about what we were doing. When we finished the Kansas City chapter, jaws were dropping. So in St. Louis, Omaha, Des Moines, other cities, sometimes I think we don't realize what we have here in Kansas City and what we've done. So what's next? Well, one of the things that also happened in the summer of 2011, in addition to this Big Five announcement for making research a critical focus for Kansas City, we were awarded another NIH grant. It hasn't got quite the publicity of the NIH cancer designation, but it's called a CTSA grant. Clinical Translational Science Award, relatively small, $20 million from the NIH, but what that has done is catalyze collaboration really like nothing else. So now we have 28 organizations, all the academic medical centers, many of our hospitals, a lot of safety net organizations collaborating in this event. And that's going to be our secret sauce in Kansas City. We're not going to have a Mayo Clinic or a Johns Hopkins overnight, but with this kind of collaboration, we're going to do some fabulous things and make the next decade even better than the last.
Now, one of the other goals of this section of the Big Five was also to create a regional translational research institute, a separate brick and mortar institution in our metropolitan area. Why would we need that?
Nick, as we brought others into our environment, the Kansas City Area Life Sciences Institute, KALSI, has a scientific advisory committee. So these are world-renowned scientists. They come to us every year, take a look at what we're doing, they review progress from the prior year, and they really help us point out opportunities going forward. Going back about 4 years, they've been saying consistently, gee, you've got Stowers, a fabulous basic science research institution. Your academic medical centers, the St. Luke's and the KU Med, Children's, are doing fabulous things. They're getting better. But there's peace in the translational research side. And all translational science really means is accelerating cures. So taking that basic science and getting it to the bedside more quickly. They tell us if we had an institute that would really focus on that activity and work closely with the other building blocks we have in place, that would really elevate Kansas City to another plane of activity in the life sciences.
Is that one of the big pushes now?
That's something we are focusing on. That's kind of the what, how we make that happen. We're looking at a lot of different options, but that's part of our vision, yes.
Yael Abahalka, writing in the Kansas City Star in January, talked about the potential for a research tax that people would be voting on. Would it be for this particular institute?
You know, like that would be the thought. Again, JCERT has been such a great development on the Kansas side. An initiative like that on the Missouri side, we think would really be a fundamental stepping stone to this kind of institution.
Would that be a regional tax?
You know, a lot of the specifics are yet to be really worked out. So we're looking at a lot of different venues, but nothing certain yet.
How about our think tank of experts here with regards to this? I mean, it is a tough sell for people because this is an area, I think entrepreneurship and life science research are two of those buzzword areas that were the most problematic when we started the Big Five effort. These are two areas that most people really have a hard time in the general public getting their arms around. And so we try to talk about what these things actually are, and most members of the public really don't have a full understanding of what this is. And so the economic potential and the health potential of a lot of this gets lost.
There are a few things that we could do as a community that will create more economic growth and high quality jobs than by making Kansas City a great center of life sciences.
But Dr. James, you can look up newspaper stories from so many big cities across America, and they all are trying to also be this life science mecca. They all fancy themselves that way as well. How has Kansas City got a leg up on those other cities?
You know, Nick, about a month ago, I was sitting in the office of the Vice Chancellor for Research at Washington University, so world-class research institution. He had just gotten back to St. Louis from our forum here in early December, and he said, you know, I marvel at what Kansas City has been able to do in the last several years. He said, your community can focus, it can get people behind a few big ideas, and really get things done. And as Jim said, if you drive around this community and look for the cranes, even if you go back to 2008, 2009, the recession, where were most of the building cranes going on in the area? Healthcare facilities, research, hospitals. And if the young centurions who are with us today, you know, if you take an afternoon sometime and park yourself in a lobby of a research university or one of our major academic medical centers, come to my shop at Quest, and you'll see highly educated people there. You'll see great jobs. And it's not just in science and medicine, it's in computing, it's in engineering, it's in the whole, so the kind of jobs we're creating are terrific. It's going to drive the economic engine for this community, I believe. But get out and see it.
I'd like to ask Dr. James, for every high dollar professor or discoverer we hire into one of these groups, how many other jobs are created?
You know, Greg, the KBA has probably done the best job of consistently tracking that. So they put about $120 million into strategic investments. That's created over $1 billion of economic activity. So 8 to 1.
I'm actually getting tired, Greg. Why don't you stand here for a moment, and I'll sit over there for a moment. Dr. James, thank you very much for updating us on this item on the Big Five. We very much appreciate it, and packing this area of the Big Five.